Let's just take a moment to acknowledge how much I regret not picking this book up sooner. I can't believe I waited this long. I put this book off so long. I'm addicted. So hello, today I'm doing a review on The Selection by Kiera Cass. This is the first book in the series and it was amazing. I'm giving this book 5 out of 5 stars. I can't say a single bad thing about this at all. Like, at all. I loved it so much. It was just a thoroughly enjoyable read, and I just have to say, I read this book in under 24 hours, which is my new reigning record. So yeah, I'm a little bit proud of myself. Maybe a little bit too proud of myself that I read it that fast, but you know what? Like, I started reading it Sunday night, stayed up until like 3 in the morning reading it, and I couldn't put it down. I couldn't, and even at 3 o'clock I was like, I really need to go to sleep. Like, do I need to sleep? Not really, but I'm gonna make myself go to sleep. And then I woke up really early in the morning to keep reading. I read through most of the day and finished it that night. So this was so hard to put down, and all I wanted to do the moment I finished reading it at like 9 o'clock last night was, I just want to get to the next book, and I can't because I have homework, and stupid homework. The Selection is about a teenage girl named America Singer, I know, funny name, who is selected to be part of The Selection, which is basically like The Bachelor, to win the heart of the prince of their country, which is basically a futuristic what was America. She's a really strong individual. She's a very good person. It was very easy to like her character, very easy to feel like connected to her, kind of root for her. And I was sucked in page 1. This book was beautifully written. It was fast-paced. It was easy to read. It flowed so naturally. There was never really a point where I felt like, oh, this is getting kind of dull, like, to move on to the next scene. It was just continuous, and I loved it so much. I'm literally in physical pain because I cannot read the second book right now. It's like killing me because I want to know what happens next. So that's all for the non-spoiler section. I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. It was fantastic. And I'm going to go on to discuss the book now. So if you don't want to be spoiled, leave now and come back when you've read the book. You're going to love it. You're going to love this book. Okay, so the first thing I want to discuss is how much I love America. She is amazing. I love her so much, and redheads do rule, you know, just saying. You know, in the beginning, and they make you, Kiera Cass makes you love Aspen so hard. Like, you ship them so hard. And then he messes up, and then you're like, fine, Aspen, we don't need you. And you meet Maxon, and you're like, oh my god, he's amazing too. And you fall in love with Maxon, and then Aspen comes back, and you're like, fucking, you just get so angry at Aspen for being there, because you're like, at least that's how I felt. I felt like I was angry towards Aspen for showing up, because I was like, she just needs to move on. And then last night, after I finished the book, I was looking up these Google images of people writing, keep calm and get over Aspen. And I was like, amen, because I'm like, I'm kind of over Aspen. I mean, Aspen was fantastic in the beginning, and then he screws up, and I don't know, like, I fell in love with Maxon so much that I've moved on. I want her to move on now. So yeah, so watching this love triangle between them finally at the end, it's really, like, tense, and it's making me nervous. Like, I'm scared out of my wits, because I'm like, they're gonna get caught, someone's gonna die, like, this is not gonna end well, just stop kissing him. Ugh. I feel like she just needs to let Aspen go, and he needs to let her go, and yeah. The love triangle, it's very fun to read. It's very thrilling. It's been keeping me like high tension, but I loved it. But yeah, I am team Team Maxon all the way. He's at the screw up big time in the second book or something for me to not like him. So, I mean, that'll probably happen, but yeah. So the thing I immediately noticed about this book, I didn't really read into this book too much. I knew it was, you know, what you saw from the cover, you know, 35 girls, 1 crown, and they're competing for the prince's heart. That's the extent of what I knew. And there were just so many moments where I was like, oh my god, it's The Bachelor. And I loved it. I felt like it was a very nice thing to read, especially when The Bachelor and Bachelorette has been kind of like not playing right now. It was my guilty pleasure show. So it was kind of nice to read a book that was kind of like it. And there were a lot of moments where I was like, oh my god, that happens in this show too. They move into the castle, and there were a lot of points when the king and queen were around, when America and Maxon kind of would have like little moments or like share a look, and like all this like stuff was happening, and I don't know, I wanted more interaction with the queen, especially because you know, the queen was in America's position at one point. She was in the selection to win the king's heart, and I know towards the end they say that, oh, like, she'll warm up to you more when there's fewer of you because she doesn't want to get attached to all of you where there's still so many, da da da. But I don't know, I was kind of hoping that there'd be more from the queen, and that we'd get to see a little bit more of what, like, especially the queen, but the king and queen, what they think of the situation and who their favorites are. That's what I was dying to know, was who the king and queen wanted Maxon to pick. I want to see that so bad, and I'm really hoping that it's in the next book, or we could see something soon where there's more interaction, and maybe like the queen and America get to talk privately, or I don't know. I want to know what's happening with them. They're such important positions in the story and in Maxon's life, and I kind of want to know what they're thinking. So, okay, so something I really, really liked was all the attack scenes, the rebel scenes when the castle was being invaded. I thought that was really, like, scary, really freaky, and I really hope we get to see more of that, and I'm assuming that that's where it'll kind of go, is that it'll get closer and closer to these rebel attacks or more and more, and, like, kind of see the issues that are happening. And I really liked Maxon's theory that the Northerners were looking for something in the castle. Especially towards the end of the book, I'm starting to think that maybe they might be looking for that secret hidden library room that Maxon showed America at the end. That had the computer and at least like history books and stuff. They might be not so illiterate, and that they might be looking for that because they were trashing the rooms, not really stealing anything. And you know, if they have a problem with the caste system and the way that the government is being run, then maybe there's something in that library, hidden library room, that kind of exposes what America used to be like, and what maybe the flaws in the system. I don't know. That's my theory. I think that they're looking for that room. They're looking for those history books and those records of what used to be. So something that really upset me towards the middle of this book was Maxon not taking her advice about Celeste. I know he's got a lot of other factors weighing in and stuff like that. I'm not gonna judge, but I was a little mad that, you know, he made this whole like deal with her in the beginning that they were gonna be friends, and like, oh, she was his inside man, his confidant, and that like she was gonna like help him pick the right one and all this stuff. And then the first, like, well, not the first time, but like the first time that she like comes to him and tells him, don't pick this girl, she's not right for you, like all this stuff, like she's crazy, he just like dismisses it. I kind of like lost a little bit of respect for Maxon when he did that, because I was like, you know, that was your whole like thing, is that you guys were gonna like help each other, and she was your inside, you know, person, and like, yeah, I don't know, like I feel like he was kind of being stupid about it. So yeah, that kind of irked me that he was all like, a jerk and kind of being blind, I guess, to what was kind of obvious, that Celeste's like all into herself and she's the exact opposite of everything that America is, and even the other girls. Like, she's just her own burrito woman, and just so not queen material. Like, you do not want that kind of person as a queen, like, at all. No, that'd be so bad. Okay, so one of the things I really, really loved about this transition that she's kind of going through in the book, you know, kind of learning about this system of potentially being the princess, is that she's kind of like breaking out of her shell. She's like coming to this authority figure kind of position, and she's getting kind of sassy towards the end. She's you know, saying no to people, and she's kind of commanding a presence and an authority to your maids and, you know, the staff or the help or whatever. And, you know, especially at the end in the last attack, she breaks a whole bunch of rules and threatens a guard and tells Sylvia no, and like doesn't care who sees, and like is like, oh, they can get their own damn water. And I just loved it. I was like, you go girl, you go girl. And I love seeing her kind of take that queenly kind of authoritative, I don't know what I'm saying, a queenly authoritative position, I guess, personality. Yeah, oh, it was awesome. I was like, yeah, you tell her no. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that book review. I love this book. I hope you did too. Leave any comments down below of what was your favorite scene. Which team are you? Are you Team Maxon? You Team Aspen? You Team America? Anyway, yeah, that was lame. Alright, so I'll see you soon with more reviews. Bye!